Now, when some incident happen or when you face some financial hardships, the first thing that come into our mind is insurance, whether we have an insurance, whether we can get a claim from insurance. Now, today we have invited Sonali Rodrigo from Tomorrow Financial Solutions to talk about the different types of personal insurance and why it is important for us to have an insurance cover. Now, first of all, thank you for coming, Sonali.
My pleasure.
Sonali, tell us what is this insurance and what it covers? Basically, the personal insurance.
Yeah, there are several types of personal insurances, Tushara. The first and foremost is life insurance. So what that does is, if you pass away, it pays a lump sum to your dependents who you have left behind. Another type of insurance is total and permanent disability insurance. So that is, if you get totally and permanently disabled and you're unable to work, you can't really do anything, you get paid a lump sum. The third type of insurance that is important is income protection insurance. So that is, if you're unable to work due to illness or injury and you can't go to work temporarily, it pays out something similar to your salary. So it's usually 75% of your income that it pays out until you can get back to work. So if you can't get back to work until age 65, if your cover is until 65, it pays out till 65. So it's really important to consider what types of insurance is important for your circumstances, depending on your dependents, your mortgage situation, what other liabilities you have, and then decide on the types of cover that is suitable for you.
If someone wants to buy an insurance policy, when should they consider buying an insurance policy?
Typically, we recommend people as soon as they get a mortgage that they should consider life insurance. Especially if they have a family and they have dependents, they have children, they need to really consider getting life insurance. Sometimes we factor in things like education funding, living expenses, cost and things like that into that as well, especially if your spouse is not working. So we need to consider if something happened to you and if you passed away or if you weren't able to work and earn a salary, what would happen to you and your dependents? So that is basically the question you need to ask when you're considering insurance. So it is technically a backup plan. So if something doesn't go the way you want it to, if you know, life throws curveballs at you all the time. So it's a backup plan to make sure that your loved ones are protected.
Now, say that if someone cannot afford to pay the premiums, are there any other options for them?
Yes. So typically a lot of people pay for insurance through their superannuation. So life and TPD mostly is taken through superannuation, and income protection, you have the option of having it through superannuation and outside superannuation. So depending on your budget and your cash flow, you can decide which option suits you. There are certain ramifications of having income protection, for example, through super. So you should consider speaking to your financial advisor about those, because sometimes there are restrictions within superannuation where you might not be able to access the funds. So be quite careful before you do this, but having some sort of insurance is better than nothing. So if you can't afford to have it outside super, you can certainly consider paying for it through your superannuation funds.
Thank you for sharing this valuable information with us, Sonali. Once again, thank you for coming today. And I think our viewers got valuable information from your thoughts.
Thank you for having me.